Alright guys, in this upcoming video that you're fixing to see, I show you how I set the squash and how I cut the squash in this motor. We picked this motor up from somebody. He said it was brand new, and it was brand new. Not this motor, this is YD100. This was just a regular motor, and the porting was good on it, but it had a squash that was like ridiculous. So you'll see in the video how I cut the squash. Watch to the end of the video for you YD100 guys, for me to tell you what we're going to do with this. And it's going to be very radical. We're going to turn this into a monster because it's a dog right now. So enjoy the video. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Top. What we have right here is this is a motor that we bought off of a gentleman that didn't want it anymore. He said it hasn't been run, which he was absolutely correct. It has not been run. And what I'm wanting to do is, the porting actually looks pretty good on it. Does not look bad at all. And I'm actually going to put this in the Dragonfly because it's got a YD100 in it right now. The reason I'm changing that motor out because the YD100 is a dog. Second reason is the YD100 is a dog. And third and final reason, it's a dog. What we're going to do with that one, or what I'm going to do with it after I put this motor on, there's a lot of problems with that motor. Porting is one of them. Of course, when I make the video, we're going to go over all that. What I'm wanting to do here is I want to check the distance I got for my squash, because I'm going to fly cut the top off of this to tighten it up a little bit more compression. Nothing's wrong with that. Put my handy dandy little tool right here on. I want to know what the distance is from the top of the gasket to the top of the piston at top dead center. So we're going to put that right there. And we have about 80 thousandths. We're going to check that again. I'll just do a double. Looks like 90 thousandths. So we're going to fly cut. I would like to get 20 thousandths squash, 25, 20. We'll see what we do. I don't know how much I got here I can take off, because I still want to leave it proud or the boss on it. So, but what we're going to be doing to the YD100 whenever I change it out is I'm going to put a spacer plate underneath the jug to get the porting, the exhaust porting and the intake and what have you, especially the exhaust, because what I believe is happening is I've got a 1/2 inch of piston in the hole all the way down, and people put big carburetors on them. They gulp a lot of air and stuff, and people complain about them running on, air leaks, what have you. I think you get, whenever it tries to exhaust out, it blows a lot of the charge back down into the bottom end through the transfer ports. So that's the reason you get that when you back off the throttle, that run on. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a spacer plate underneath. We're going to cut the head off, And then I'm gonna make the measurement that you just saw right here, and then I'm cutting that off, and I'm gonna bolt it all back together. Whether it's gonna work or not, I don't know. But we're gonna find out, because the motor is a dog. Okay, we're gonna set this up on the mill, and we're gonna take a good bit of it off. The highest point right here is right about there, or actually the lowest point. I was wondering what was happening here. And that's a measurement I've been getting over and over, is about 70 thousandths, all the way down to that. That would leave me with 30. And that might be what I have to live with. But let's get this on there, get it locked down a little bit better than I had the last one locked down. Let's get a little light on the subject. Okay, everything's all set up, locked down good. I don't want to pull it down too hard and break the port, but we don't want it flying out of there again now, do we? At least I don't anyhow. Kind of want to succeed with this one. So that's good. Let's see what we got now. We had 90 last time. Let's see what we got now. Okay, we got it cut and we didn't kill it. So that's good. Let's see what we got now. We had 90 last time. Let's see what we got now. We're looking at about 25. That's what I was hoping for. Well, this thing is sticking. Yep, 25. And I'm happy with that. That's gonna be a good squash for that. So, we can start porting now. All right, we got the plug in, we got the head temporary bolted on. We want to make sure that we got clearance on all of that. And we do. And it's got compression. Okay. Plug has not been hit. We are good to go. Okay, we're gonna get a look at the porting on this thing. That's as far as the piston goes down. You have got a lot of exhaust being covered up. So it's not going to run good, period. Not only that, we measured the squash in at 40 thousandths, way too much. They had double stacked gaskets on there to try to open this up. But the gasket's 30,000, so you had a 70,000 squash. Not too good. So what's gonna happen with this one? We're unbolting it, we're taking it apart. We're gonna balance the crank. We have ceramic bearings that we're gonna put in it. They're gonna run a lot cooler, faster, slicker. We've got another carburetor we're going to put in on it. We're going to weld up a really nice manifold. And we're going to take this off. I'm going to make a spacer to go in here to get this proper. Then I'm going to do a center point right here to center this up on the lathe. And then I'm going to cut the head off. And now I'm also going to cut a boss on the head, which is this ring right here, to clamp down on the gasket. We're going to make a copper gasket for it, and then like you just saw in the video, I'm going to cut this down to where I get around a 20-25 squash, which to me is good because that particular motor in the video put out a 43-mile-an-hour run on the Dragonfly. He is a lot happier with that motor. So we're going to build another bike though. We're going to put this motor in it, but this motor is going to be, I'm not going to say, it's going to run. It has all the potential to do it if I do that. And that's the only way I know to get anything out of this jug, because this jug is proprietary to this case, so you can't put a regular jug on it. You can only put one of these. So we're going to cut it, make a head, cut this down to get the squash right, jack this up to get the porting right, more transfer, better exhaust. Let's see how that's going to work. And we're going to put a big carburetor on it, and it should run. We're going to balance the crank, ceramic bearings, going to do all that. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. You YD100 guys, you might want to pay attention to this next video I do on this. All right, guys, y'all have a good day.